Israel, it's your brother Kjudah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To our Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to my CUC family. Big salute to my FOPE family. And big salute to my brothers and sisters in the chat. Let me say this. I had another lesson that I was going to do. And the name of the lesson was called Physical Bondage versus Spiritual Bondage. Physical bondage versus spiritual bondage. And that I already put the lesson together. But something just hit me in the spirit. I was talking to my sister. And she said, you might as well just keep it going with the lessons you've been doing. You did the 2,300 days. You did the one about the wilderness. And I was like telling her about I was going to do Armageddon. So I wanted to put together Armageddon because it all tie into the 2,300 days and the fleeing into the wilderness. So that's what we're going to do today, family. We're going to deal with Armageddon. we are going to deal with, after all the smoke is clear, we're going to deal with big brother Yahshua HaMashiach, who will invade this world with his troops. He's coming with all his angels, and he also coming with his saints. Where did he get the saints from? The first resurrection. Y'all remember 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 to 17? The dead in Christ shall be raised first. Then we which are alive and remain should do what? Meet them in the air, and we shall ever be with the Lord. So all your preachers lying to you, talking about you go to heaven when you die, they've been woefully misinformed. Nobody goes to heaven but he that came down from heaven. When you die, you go in the grave. Into the first resurrection or the second resurrection. But do everything in your power to be in the first resurrection and not the second resurrection. On the second death, it have no power. So get you a Bible. Get you some pen and paper. Write these scriptures down, Israel. And please study to show yourself approved. Let's get it.
And they take
own thing. Y'all see that? The first thing we're going to do is pick this up in the book of Isaiah, because we got to allow the Bible to do what the Bible always do, and that's let the Bible talk the Bible. Let the scriptures prove the scriptures. No private interpretation. What thus said the Lord. Here a little and there a little. That's how you get understanding. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 51. And your brother Kjudah gonna read 1 through 12. Then I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna skip down. We going to Isaiah chapter 51. And we gonna get understanding together of Armageddon. Isaiah chapter 51. I want to give a big salute to my brother Sharsham, and I'm praying for your healing. My brother Sharsham have not been feeling well, so can y'all please send up a prayer for the brother? Isaiah 51. And your brother Kjudah gonna read 1 through 12. And we got to get to what is leading up to the Armageddon. What is leading up to Big Brother invading this world with his troops? Because he coming, family. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but your big brother is coming. And it's even at the door. Things still have to transpire. We understand that. But the way this world is going, Big Brother is at the door. And let me say this to people who do ask those questions of, we got 30 years left, you know, we might got 50. This is the last generation. When you understand prophecy, this is the last generation. I just can't tell you what month, what day, what time, but this the last generation. Because he say the generation that see all these things, then look up, for your salvation draw nigh. This the last generation, family. Isaiah chapter 51. And your brother Kjudah is going to read 1 through 12. And reads, hearken unto me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look not unto the rocks, whence you are hewn, and to the holes of the pit, which you are dead. Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. For the Lord shall comfort Zion. Read that again, Kjudah. For the Lord shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness. Listen again. And he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness should be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation. No, hold up, Lord. You confusing me. What you mean your nation. I thought you was the power of all nations. So it should be a S to let me know you mean plural. Let me read that again, make sure I'm not tripping. Because you said your nation. But according to the world, all nations belong to you. Even though you created all them, they don't understand you only chose one nation. Let me read that again. Verse 4. Hearken unto me, my people, possessive, my people, and give ear unto me, oh, my nation. Who is your nation? Israel. For a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near. My salvation is gone forth, and my arm shall judge the people. The owl shall wait unto me. The owl shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. Lift up your eyes to the heavens, and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away. Listen to the time frame. The heavens shall vanish away. What time frame are you talking about? What you mean the heavens gonna vanish? Oh, you talking about before the day of the Lord. This is talking about the day. You went all the way into the future. You say the heavens gonna vanish away. What time frame we talking about? After the tribulation. Verse 7. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their reveling. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Let me go back up to 6 so I can finish that. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. In whose heart, meaning your mind. In whose heart, meaning your mind. In whose heart, meaning your mind. Because you eat more with your mind than your mouth. Fear ye not the reproach of men. Don't be afraid of man, family. What can they do? Even if they kill the body, what more can they do to you? You're going to be in the first resurrection. If you die in the Lord, if you die for the Lord's name, you're going to be in the first resurrection. So don't worry about this flesh and blood. Don't worry about death that sting. You're going to be in the first resurrection. You're going to be on the mountain with Big Brother. Verse 8, for the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Verse 9, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake, as in the ancient days, in the generation of old. Art thou not it that have cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Art thou not it which had dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that have made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Talking about the Red Sea. Verse 11, therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return. Therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return. I thought they returned in 1948. How your redeemed gonna return when I thought they already returned in 1948? Something not right, Lord. Verse 11, therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Are we in sorrow and mourning? Absolutely. So you know he's not talking about right now. We have not been delivered. We have not been taken out of captivity yet. So how is our captivity over? I hear a lot of people saying our captivity have been accomplished while we still dying. Because when you are saved, you are delivered from evil. Why are we still going through evil? Somebody talk to me, man. Verse 12, even I am he that comforted you. I love you, Lord. Y'all hear this? This is why I love Big Brother Yahshua and the Most High Yah. Because even though we sinned, even though we done wrong, even though we stiff-necked, even though we rebellious, even though we abominable, even though we idol worship. Listen to what he said again, man. Verse 12, even I am he that comforted you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that should die, and of the Son of Man, which should be made as grass? Why are we afraid of this Gentile man? Why are we afraid of these nations who going to be made like grass? Meaning they here one day and then they gone. We don't have no reason to be afraid of man, because look who we got on our side. The Most High Yah and Big Brother Yahshua. They're on our side. He going to comfort you, Zion. He going to comfort you, our brothers and sisters, the 9 tribes over there in Africa. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. He going to comfort you. Just stand on your faith, man. He comforting you right now. Jump down to verse 22 to 23. Listen to this. Here it go. I know this about to make y'all jump up for joy. Verse 22 to 23. And it reads, thus said the Lord, the Lord. Listen again. Thus said thy Lord, the Lord. What y'all just heard? Because according to them in the Old Testament, they say this is only talking about the Most High. So I want you to look at the first Lord. Then I want you to look at the second Lord. One is with a capital L, but the rest of the letters are in lowercase. But the other Lord is in all caps. The one in all caps is the Father. The one with the capital L but lowercase is Yahshua, letting you know right here is 2 in the Godhead. Knowledge. Thus said thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt drink it. Thou should no more drink it again. Read that again, Kjudah. Thou should no more drink it again. Israel, your captivity is coming to an end. All that fury that he poured on you, you will no more drink it again. Verse 23, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which I've said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as to ground, and as the streets to them that went over. Do they not do that to us today? Do they not use our body as to ground? Do they not go over us like we are trash? Absolutely they do that. Use our body as to ground. When your body laying in a pool of blood, do they not stand around your body? Do they not stand around your body for the falls of the air to fly around it? Blood just running down the street. Yes, they do that. They use our body as the ground, family. The Lord have not forgot none of the things that you have been through, Israel. As a whole, he have not forgotten the things you have been through, Israel. He looking from the heavens and he see how your enemy treat you. They have showed you no mercy. They have showed you no mercy. So he not going to make you drink up his cup no more. Your captivity is coming to an end. He say he going to make all those that afflict you, they about to drink this cup, and they going to drink it in the battle of Armageddon. Jeremiah chapter 25, because we got to get better understanding of this, though. Because you said that the heavens is going to vanish away. You said it's going to be like a garment. It's going to wax old. Let's go to Jeremiah 25, verse 1 through 9. Got to get better understanding of this. Jeremiah 25 and verse 1 through 9. Jeremiah 29. Jeremiah 25. Excuse me, family. Jeremiah 25, verse 1 through 9. And it reads, the word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the people of Judah in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah. That was the 1st year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to which Jeremiah the prophet spake unto all the people of Judah, and to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, from the 13th year of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, even unto this day, that is the 23rd year. That means that Jeremiah went to our forefathers for 10 years straight. Let me say that again. Jeremiah went to Judah and Jerusalem for 10 years straight. But what happened? Verse 2. The which Jeremiah the prophet spake unto all the people of Judah, and to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, from the 13th year of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, even unto this day, that is the 23rd year, the word of the Lord have come unto me, and I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but you have not hearkened. And the Lord have sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising early, and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear. They said, turn ye again now everyone from his evil way, and from the evil of your doing, and dwell in the land that the Lord hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them and to provoke me not to anger with the work of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. I thought the Lord loved everybody. I thought the Lord just all about kisses and hugs. Y'all told me that the Lord don't do no harm to nobody. Y'all told me the Lord don't do no killing. Y'all told me the devil do all the killing. But the Lord just told me right here that if you do what I say, man, I ain't gonna do you no hurt. So what is the opposite of not doing what he say? He gonna do you some hurt. So the Lord bring all the pain and drama. It don't matter who he use, he brings the pain. Verse 7, yet ye have not hearkened unto me, said the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the work of your hands, to your own hurt. Therefore thus said the Lord of hosts, because ye have not heard my words, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, said the Lord, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant. Hold up, Kjudah. Big brother Yahshua, you confusing me again. I thought Israel was your servant. But right here, you said Nebuchadnezzar is your servant. So somebody might get confused by a statement like that and say, you see, we all the Lord's servants. So you got to give them understanding, Kjudah. What do he mean by Nebuchadnezzar as his servant? Do that mean he served the Lord? Absolutely not. Oh, I got it. Let's go, family. And we're going to prove this. Why is Nebuchadnezzar the Lord's servant? Man, don't tell me I didn't write it down. Well, I tell you, boy, I told y'all sometime I put these lessons together. It be so much going on, y'all brother be forgetting to write the scripture down. Woo! Help me, Lord. Please help your child. Let's go, family. I got it. Let's go to Daniel chapter 2. Help me, Lord. Sitting right in my face. Daniel chapter 2. Y'all pray for y'all brother Kjudah, boy. I'm telling you. Now listen to this. Now remember, the Bible just said that Nebuchadnezzar was his servant. But he is not a servant like he served the Lord, like Israel type of servant. Let me show you what the Lord mean when he say, my servant Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel chapter 2. Verse 1 through 5, and I'm going to tell you when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, and in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, dreamed dreams, where his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians, the astrologers, and the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans, for to show the king his dream. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed dreams, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, O king, live forever. Tell thy servants to dream, and we will show the interpretation. The king answered and said unto the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If you would not make known unto me the dream, with the interpretation thereof, you should be cut in pieces, and your houses should be made a dunghill. Jump down to verse 10. Verse 10 through 11. Verse 10 through 11. And it reads, and the Chaldean answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that acts such things as any magician or astrologer or Chaldean. And it is a rare thing that the king required, and there is none other that can show it before the king except the gods. Read that again. Except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh. So don't think these nations didn't know about our power. Don't think all these nations did not know about our power. They all knew about our power. Did y'all not know these nations knew who the God of Israel was? They know who our power was. That's why he just told you, nobody can give you this interpretation, Nebuchadnezzar, but the gods whose dwelling is not with flesh. That let you know, they know that we got a power in heaven. Understand what you're hearing. Now jump down to verse 19 and 21, and let's get understanding of why he called Nebuchadnezzar his servant. Verse 19, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in the night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and the seasons. He removed kings. Oh, that's why he is servant. And set it up kings. Oh, I got it now. That's why you call him your servant. Because you use who you want to use. You set up kings, you bring down kings. Nebuchadnezzar was a king that you gave power and honor to. And you used him to whoop up on Israel. So I got it now, Lord. Now I'm not confused no more. Nebuchadnezzar was your servant, just like Darius the Medes was your servant. And the Greek Alexander was your servant. And Rome was your servant. You used all them, the four winds, to whoop up on Israel. So it is true, y'all. Nebuchadnezzar was his servant because the Lord set it up kings and removed kings. Get that knowledge now. Verse 21 again. And he changes the times and seasons. He removed kings and set it up kings. He give wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So I can go back now because I got it. I got better understanding now, fam. So I can go back to Jeremiah chapter 25. And this time I'm going to pick it up at verse 9 through 12 because we're about to walk this down. Let's go to Jeremiah 25 again. And this time verse 9 through 12, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to skip down. Jeremiah 25, verse 9 through 12. So you got all nations, they'll say, man, we all God's servants. No, we not. What position you play to be God's servant, nations? Vladimir Putin, he's God's servant. You know why? He's Russia. What's another name for Russia in the Bible? The Medes. What was the symbol of the Medes? The bear. What is the symbol of Russia? The bear. Who is the Persians? Iran. What is God gonna use them for? To fight against the beast? Western Europe against Eastern Europe. Why you think that Euphrates drying up? What divide Eastern Europe from Western Europe? The great Euphrates. Right over there by Turkey. Knowledge. So yeah, all these people are God's servants. So when I hear nations talking about we all his servants, boy, you don't play no position. Israel play a position. And all the nations he used, whether they kings, presidents, leaders, it don't governors, they his servants because he used them as he will to fulfill his word, his purpose. Knowledge now. Jeremiah 25. This is why we have to get understanding of the book to be able to feed the people with the right understanding. Because you can feed people with the wrong understanding. Because if you don't understand scriptures and you get to manipulating scriptures, you can deceive somebody. So we got to give the people the right understanding. Just like a glass of water that is pure, that ain't never been tainted. Once you put some dirt in it, you can't drink that no more. Same thing with bad doctrine. It can be corrected though. Just like that glass of water, you got to pour it all out and refill it. So you got to get rid of all that bad doctrine and come back with a renewed mind. Same thing, fam. Jeremiah 25, this time verse 9 through 12. Listen closely. Behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, said the Lord, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land and against the inhabitants thereof and against all these nations round about. See, Israel, when you do wrong, Judah, everybody got to pay. Israel as a whole, when you do wrong, the whole world got to pay. The whole world is out of course because of Israel. The whole world is out of course because of Israel. Israel do wrong, everybody do wrong. Everybody follow you, Israel, whether you doing good or bad. They follow you. So when you fail, Nebuchadnezzar ruled over all nations around you because when you do wrong, everybody gonna pay. Verse 9, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, said the Lord, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations round about, and will utterly destroy them, and make them an astonishment, and a hissing, and a perpetual desolation. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth, and a voice of gladness, and a voice of the bridegroom, and a voice of the bride, the sound of the millstone, and the light of the candle. And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment. And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. The Lord did put us in captivity for 70 years, family. The Lord did put Judah and Jerusalem in captivity under the hand of Nebuchadnezzar for 70 years. I'm about to drop a nugget on you. When y'all get a chance, grab your Bible after this lesson or another day, and I want you to go to Daniel's, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Zechariah. I'm going to say it again. When y'all get some free time, go to Daniel's chapter 1, verse 1, Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 1, Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 1, Zechariah chapter 1, verse 1, and Daniel's chapter 1, verse 1. Guess what you're going to find out? That all these men I just named was in that 70-year captivity in Babylon. Go look at when they prophesied all around the same time. Was not Daniel in Babylonian captivity? And he was also 2 years in Darius the Medes. What about Zechariah? He prophesied when Darius was sitting on the throne. What about Ezekiel? He prophesied when the last 3 kings ruled in Judah and Jerusalem, which was Jehoiakim, Jehoiachin, and Zedekiah. Knowledge. Once you understand timelines and what was going on in those chapters, things will be revealed to you, Israel. That's why I always tell people, start in the beginning of the chapter, you're going to get your foundation. Then you move around the chapter as you may, lining it up. But you always have to start at verse 1 and read on down, and it's going to let you know the time frame and who is ruling, what's the time frame, and what's going on in the chapter. Verse 11, and this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years, and it shall come to pass. Watch the Lord go into the future. Watch this. And it shall come to pass, when 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation, said the Lord, for their iniquity, and the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it a perpetual desolation. Something not right. The Lord didn't confuse me again. Nebuchadnezzar's land was never made a perpetual desolation. It went from Nebuchadnezzar to the Medes and the Persians. Then it went from them to the Greeks. Then it went from them to Rome. So what land is the Lord saying he gonna make a perpetual desolation? That's the beast system in Revelation 13, fam. Read it when you get some time. The Babylon that he's gonna make a perpetual desolation is called the European Union, which we know as the Big Ten, which they're going to revive that old Roman Empire, which is called the Big Ten. Nebuchadnezzar was not made a perpetual desolation. So what Babylon is he talking about? Revelation 13, family, and also Revelation 17. When you get some time, read it. Now jump down to verse 15 through 17. 15 through 17. And it reads, for thus said the Lord God of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all nations to whom I send thee to drink it, and they shall drink and be moved and be mad, because of the sword I will send among them. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand, and made all nations to drink unto whom the Lord hath sent me, to wit Jerusalem, and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation and an astonishment and a hissing and a curse, as it is this day. Did not the Lord always tell you he's going to start at his house? Did not the Lord always tell you he's going to start with his own people? So the Lord did make us a perpetual desolation. The Lord did make us an astonishment. The Lord did make us a hissing. And the Lord also made us a curse. But you remember in the other scripture I read in Isaiah 51, he said, you should no more drink of the fury of his cup that's in his hand. He said, you're not going to drink it no more. But he did allow Nebuchadnezzar to make you a perpetual desolation. Because we don't listen well. We just don't listen well, fam. Now jump down to verse 26 to 33. 26 through 33. And watch the Lord go into the future again. Verse 26 through 33, and it reads, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Sheshach should drink after them. Therefore thou should say unto them, thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, drink ye, and be drunken, and spew and fall, and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you. And it should be, if they refuse to take the cup at thy hand to drink, then should thou say unto them, thus said the Lord of hosts, ye shall certainly drink, for lo, I begin to bring evil upon the city, which is called by my name. And should ye be utterly unpunished, ye should not be unpunished, for I will call a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, said the Lord of hosts. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, the Lord shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout, and they shall tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. What time frame is he talking about? He said he's going to tread the inhabitants of the earth like grapes. He's talking about when he come back, family. The Lord is talking about when he invade this world with his troops. When is the Lord going to do that? After the tribulation. After the tribulation, family. That's why I say, listen to the words that he's using. Listen to the time frame. Verse 31. And the Lord shall come even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. How he going to plead with them? He going to kill them. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, said the Lord. Thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. What is the whirlwind that the Lord going to use to bring down the beast system? Russia, China, Japan, Iran, and all Russia allies that's going to be coming from that eastern bloc on the other side of the Euphrates River. Who they going to fight against? All Western Europe with all their armies that's coming from that western bloc. What divides them? The Euphrates River. Now watch what the Lord about to say though. Because see, the Lord is going to allow the man of sin to do some killing, but he ain't going to kill like the Lord. What you mean, Kjudah? Verse 33. And the slain of the Lord, read that again, Kjudah. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They should not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They should be dung upon the ground. So he just gave you the time frame. When the Lord come, which is called the day of the Lord, he's going to bring this world to its knees. He's going to kill from one end of the earth to the other. The blood is going to be 200 miles long. Have you ever seen blood so long? Look like a river up to the horse's bridle. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. That's a whole lot of killing. But the Lord ain't here right now. The Lord have not done this right now. I don't see no man of sin. I don't see Russia and Western Europe going through the Euphrates River to fight. Yes, the river is drying up, but I don't see no, all I hear is rumors of wars and wars. Well, what about Russia over there fighting those people? Ukraine. Man, no, that's not no all-out war. Is anybody shooting any missiles? Do you see tanks and people just blowing up? I'm talking about just dying all over the place. No, you don't see that. That's going to happen when the Lord calls Russia, her allies, and those from the western bloc, her allies, to come meet in that Euphrates River at Megiddo, and they gonna squabble, and they gonna fight each other, and a lot of them gonna die. And then when they see Big Brother, they gonna turn their weapons on him. That's Armageddon. That's Armageddon. Let's go to Isaiah 34. Because the Lord is mad, man. He gonna bring them vengeance. The Lord is mad. He want to bring them vengeance. Why is the Lord so mad? Look what you did to Israel. Look what you did to Israel. Oh, man, but Israel sinned, Kjudah, but you have for the affliction. You went overboard. All you were supposed to do is put your foot in our behind. Hit us upside the head a couple times. The Lord did not tell you to do all the things you have done. You have went way beyond what he required, and now you got to pay. So don't get to crying now. Oh, Lord, oh, have mercy. I'm not telling you not to repent. What I'm telling you, now you finding out who we are. Now you finding out, man, we've been doing this to God's people. See, y'all just thought we was niggas. You just thought we was African Americans. But now you realize we are the Jews, the apple of his eye. And you gonna pay. Oh, you gonna pay. The same way we had to pay. We wasn't around when our forefathers sinned, but we got to pay for what they done. So what make you think you gonna get away? That's arrogant to talk about, well, I ain't do it though. Well, I didn't do it when my forefather put Yahshua on that tree. I wasn't around, but I'm paying for their stupidity. So what make you think you don't got to pay for your people's stupidity? Your granddaddy and your grandmother. Lynching Negroes, lynching women, cutting babies out the stomach, feeding them to alligators, using their flesh and skin to make belts and boots and clothes. What's wrong with you, Gentile? You gonna pay. You gonna pay. Let's go, family, to Isaiah 34. Sitting up here crying now. Well, guess what? We've been crying for 400-500 years. And we still got endured in captivity. And you just living deliciously. And you up here crying. Talking about, I ain't doing. My forefather did all that. I wasn't around. No. Dry your tears. Enjoy your little kingdom that you got left. Because y'all about to pay. Oh, yeah, y'all about to pay. Isaiah 34. And your brother Kjudah gonna read 1 through 8. Isaiah 34, 1 through 8. And it reads, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. Now, some nations. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Did you hear that? This the day of the Lord. He's going to call their armies to come down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which we know as the valley of decision. He going to judge them. Woo! Boy, he gonna kill them, family. He gonna miserably destroy them. He gonna cause the birds and the beasts of the field to eat their flesh. It's gonna be so many dead bodies. You can't bury this multitude of men dead. Corpses stinking, rotten. The Lord is no play toy. He's one dangerous individual. The Lord is no play toy. He's one dangerous individual. Verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink, the carcass gonna be rotten, shall come up out of their carcasses, and all the mountains should be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven should be dissolved. He just told you again. You remember he say the heavens gonna wax old like a garment? What's the time he talking about? The day of the Lord. Verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven should be dissolved, and the heavens should roll together like a scroll, and the heaven should be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falling off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, that go Edom. It shall become down upon Idumea, that go Edom. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? That it's going to come down upon Idumea. Who is Idumea? Your brother Esau. What did Esau do? He got a perpetual hatred. And I've shed the blood of the children of Judah. Verse 6 again. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and of goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullock with the bull. And their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord. Read that again, Kjudah. For it is the day of the Lord, vengeance, and the year of his recompense, for the controversy of Zion. So the Lord, from verse 1 through 8, he just ran it down to you, the time frame that he's talking about, that he's going to do this, family. It is called the day of the Lord. When would that be? After the tribulation. After the great tribulation. Understand the time frame, please. Now go back to verse 4. Go back up to verse 4, because he says something very important that you need to hear. Listen again. Verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. So now I need to get the time frame. When will the heavens be dissolved? And when will the stars fall down like from a fig tree? Let's go to Revelation chapter 6. Revelation 6, 12 through 17. Revelation 6, 12 through 17. Now remember what you just heard in verse 4 of Isaiah 34, verse 4. Remember what you just heard. Let's see if I can find that in Revelations. At the sixth seal. So the Lord just gave you the time frame that he's going to make the heavens dissolve away. They're going to roll together as a scroll. This is called the day of the Lord. So when would this be the day of the Lord? At what seal? Let's go see. Revelation 6 and verse 12 through 17. Revelation 6, verse 12 through 17. And it reads, and I beheld when they had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree. Read that again, Kjudah. Even as a fig tree. One more time, Kjudah. Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So what did the Bible just let you know, Israel? The time frame in Isaiah chapter 34, verse 4 is talking about at the sixth seal. That's when the stars, the moon, the sun, it's going to do what it's supposed to do, because now the day of the Lord is about to come and he about to be revealed. So now we got the time frame. What is the day of the Lord? At the sixth seal, he should be revealed. Do y'all see how the Bible paints the picture for you to get that knowledge now? Verse 14. And the heavens departed, and woo, this is powerful. Listen again. Y'all remember what we just read in Isaiah 34, verse 4. Did it not say that the heavens going to roll together as a scroll? Let's read verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island was moved out of their place. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captain, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Do y'all see, man? Y'all got the time frame now. Is at the sixth seal. Isaiah 34, verse 4 was talking about the sixth seal, all the way in the book of Isaiah. Let's go to Matthew 24 and see if I can get this out of the mouth of 2 or 3. We let it be established. Matthew 24, verse 1 through 16. Then I'm going to tell you when I'm going to skip down. Let's see if I can find again about this untimely fig tree when it is shaken of a mighty wind. Because now, remember, at the sixth seal, the heaven was rolled together as a scroll. The sun did not give her shining. The moon turned to blood. What is Matthew 24 telling us? Let's go see. Matthew 24, verse 1 through 16. This is how you feed God's people. You let the Bible do all the talking. You got to let them know what's going on, what they supposed to do, how they supposed to do it, where they supposed to go. They asking you questions, but you're not giving them no answers. The teacher job is to feed the sheep. That's our job. And if you can't handle the job, maybe the Lord need to remove you and put somebody else in your place who gonna eat this book, who gonna drink this book, who gonna digest this book, and really be dedicated and do their due diligence to feed the sheep. Matthew 24, verse 1 through 16. And it reads, and Yahshua went out and departed from the temple, and the disciples came unto him for to show him the building of the temple. And Yahshua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left for one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when should these things be? And what should be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahshua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. The first thing on the list, Israel, take heed that no man deceive you. That's why I always tell you, get your pen, get your Bible, write this down, study to show yourself approved. Don't take Kjudah word for nothing. Take your father's word and your big brother's word for everything. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a servant. That's it. It's your father and big brother's word. Verse 5, for many shall come in my name saying I am Christ, no Buddha. For many shall come in my name saying I am Christ, no Allah. For many shall come in my name saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places. And all these things are the beginning of sorrows. Then should they deliver you up to be afflicted. Have anybody delivered you up to be afflicted yet? But I hear people saying we only got a few more years left. Have anybody given you up to be afflicted and die for the word's sake? I don't see that. So how we only got a few more years? I'm just asking. How we only got a few more years? Why y'all telling people we about to get up out of here? Where's the abomination of desolation? Where's the man of sin? Where are the two witnesses? Where's Jacob's trouble? Where's the woman fleeing into the wilderness? Where's Russia fighting against Western Europe against Eastern Europe? I thought they supposed to meet up at Megadood. I don't see none of that, family. I don't see none of that, family. Verse 9, then should they deliver you up to be afflicted, and should kill you, and you should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then should many be offended, and should betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets. He say, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, I'm not telling you that these things are not happening. Don't get your brother wrong. We are in the beginning of sorrows. Yes, there's no love amongst people no more. What I'm telling you is that the sign that he say look for, it has not happened yet. And I'm about to read it right now. What sign is you talking, Kjudah? Let me get to it. Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom should be preached into all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then should the end come, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in a holy place. Whoso read it, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. I don't see nobody fleeing into no mountains, running from this abomination of desolation. Do you? I don't see it. Jump down to verse 19 to 22. Verse 19 to 22. And it reads, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. Are you still feeding your babies? Can you go to the store right now and still feed your baby? Because the Bible just say, woe unto them in those days who give suck. Why is he saying woe unto you? Because it won't be nothing for you to feed your baby. You still feeding your baby right now, right? But according to a lot of people, we're in the fifth seal. The tribulation already happened. Jacob's trouble already happened. They say the Lord about to come. But I thought that the man of sin had to be revealed first. He got to rule for 3.5 years. He got to wear out the saints. The woman got to flee to the wilderness. I thought Jacob's trouble when they really supposed to come after Jacob. I don't see none of that, family. All I'm showing y'all is that time frame, prophecy, time frame, prophecy. Verse 19 again. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on a Sabbath day. For then should be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Why, if he don't shorten the day, there should no flesh be saved? Why? You know why? Because everybody got a missile that can destroy everything. So the Lord got to shorten the day before man goes stupid. The Lord got to shorten the day before one of these leaders hit that button and everybody be wiped out. So the Lord have to shorten the days. The Lord have to shorten the days for you, Israel. That's how much he love you. He going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. Who is the elect? Israel. Who are the saints? Israel. The apple of his eye. The apple of his eye. Now jump down to verse 29 to 30. Now remember, what did you hear in Isaiah 34? What did you hear in Revelation 6, verse 12 through 17? But what did you hear in verse 14? That heaven going to be rolled together as a scroll. What did you hear in Isaiah 34, verse 4? That heaven going to be rolled together as a scroll. And the stars not going to give their light. They're going to fall like an untimely fig tree, right? Watch this. Matthew 24 and verse 29 through 30. 29 through 30. It reads, immediately. Say it again, Kjudah. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, should the sun be darkened, and the moon should not give her light. Why I just read this at? The sixth seal. Y'all remember? The sixth seal. So when would the Lord be revealed? At the sixth seal. Read it again. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, should the sun be darkened, and the moon should not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Hold up. Like an untimely fig tree. There you go. Powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. No, on the earth. In heaven. Every knee gonna bow, every eye gonna see him sitting on the throne in heaven. Before he make his descent, we are going to see him in heaven. Every knee is gonna see him. Every knee is gonna bow. Every eye is gonna see him. Every knee is gonna bow, family. Every knee. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Y'all hear this? We are going to see him coming in the heavens with power and great glory. Let's get some more. Let's go to Psalms 110. Verse 1 through 2, then I'm going to tell you when I'm going to skip down. Psalms 110. Because the Bible just said that Christ is coming with power and great glory. And what are you going to do with this great power and glory? Let's go to Psalms 110. Verse 1 through 2, then I'm going to skip down to verse 6. What are you going to do with this great power that your Father have given you when you are coming in your glory? Let's see. Because in Revelation 6, they say, hide me from the wrath of the Lamb. I thought y'all say Yah was coming. It say, hide me from the wrath of the Lamb. But y'all told me Yah was coming. Psalms 110. Christ is the one coming, family, not the Father. The Father would not come down on the earth until the 8th day. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some prophecy has already happened, like the Euphrates. Yes, it's already dried up. But the kings of the east and the west have not made their way through the Euphrates yet, because the man of sin got to be revealed first. The man of sin has to be revealed first. Because why do the man of sin got to be revealed? Because they're going to fight Russia. They're going to fight with China. They're going to fight with Iran because Russia is the big brother to all the nations on the Eastern Bloc. That's why America don't mess with Russia. Have you ever noticed America do not be big, bad, and tough with Russia? Not even China. I wonder why. They go bully little nations. They go bully little nations. They don't bully Russia and China. The man of perdition has to be revealed, which is the son of hell, the son of destruction. Because he's going to wear this earth out for 3.5 years, family. The Lord is going to let him do it too. That's see, this is what y'all need to get into y'all mind. You got knowledge. You know who you are. The Lord still going to let this man wear out the saints. So if you get caught up in the great tribulation, you're going to get woke out. That's why I'm telling y'all to get to the wilderness. When you see the abomination of desolation, flee up out of here. Wherever you scattered at, wherever city, state you are at, wherever continent, get your behind to that wilderness, man, which is the Mount Sinai in Arabia. That's where the Lord gonna protect you at for 3.5 years. He have not promised you no protection nowhere else. Don't let these people lie to you. Tell them to show you in the Bible where the Lord have promised you protection outside of Mount Sinai. He haven't, family. It's only Mount Sinai for 3.5 years. He gonna feed you there. Trees gonna spring forth. Pools of water gonna spring forth. Grass gonna spring forth. Vegetation gonna spring forth. There is no other place but Mount Sinai. Now remember, the Lord got a lot of power, right? The Bible says he gonna come with that power. What is he gonna do with that power? This is Psalms 110, verse 1 through 2. Then I'm gonna skip down to verse 6. And it reads, the Lord said unto my Lord. I thought it was Jesus. Y'all, hold up, y'all. I thought it was only you up there. But the Bible just said, David said, the Lord said unto my Lord. Who is David's Lord? Yahshua. David ain't never dealt with the Father. Nobody never dealt with the Father. We only been dealing with Big Brother. So David's Lord is Yahshua. And Yahshua's power is the Father. Knowledge. Verse 1 again. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule down in the midst of thy enemies. Jump down to verse 6 and let's see what he's going to do with all that power. Here you go. Verse 6. He should judge among the heathen. Read that again, Kjudah. He should judge among the heathen. One more time, Kjudah. He should judge among the heathen. He should fill the places with the dead bodies. He should wound the head over many countries. What time frame is this? The day of the Lord. The day of the Lord. The Lord not here right now. So he have not wounded the head of kings of many countries. He gonna do that after the great tribulation of those days. Should the sun be darkened, the moon should not give her light, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man, and he shall come with power and glory, and all his angels and the saints shall be with him. And what he coming to do? Whoop this world's behind. Because they did some things to Israel that was unseemly. I mean, terrible things to us. Nuh-uh. We're not in the wilderness yet. You got to get to Mount Sinai. We don't, this is no protection over here. He said in the wilderness, the woman is going to be nourished. Nourished means to be protected, to be fed, to be clothed. That's not happening right now. So now this ain't no wilderness. It's a shadow of death. You got to get to the wilderness. You got to get to Mount Sinai during the great tribulation. If you don't, your faith is going to be tested. That's all I can tell you. If you don't get to that wilderness, your faith going to be tested. I showed the lesson on the 2,300 days. I showed the lesson on where we supposed to flee. And now I'm showing you Armageddon. Because Armageddon is going to happen at the day of the Lord. So we're not in the wilderness yet. This is the shadow of death. This is great hell. We live in hell. They live in heaven. This is hell. We're in prison. Soon as I see that abomination of desolation, I'm getting my family up out of here. And if the Lord grant me to make it to the wilderness, I'm gone. And the only transportation you can use is airplanes or boats. Pick your transportation. Have faith and ask the Lord to get you there. Because when you see that man of sin defile that temple of Revelation chapter 11, Matthew 24 and verse 15, you got to get up out of here. Wherever you at, wherever state, wherever city, go. Don't even look back. Don't try to pack no bags. It's going to be that urgent. You got to go. Where they going, Kjudah? Mount Sinai. That's where he going to protect his people at for 3.5 years. It's all over the Bible, but a lot of people don't teach it because they keep telling our people to stay here in America. Stay here where you scattered at. Why are you trying to run? Why are you scared? No, it's not about being scared, man. It's about knowledge. It's about knowledge. And that's what people don't understand. Y'all want to tell my people to stay here and die. But the Most High didn't tell them they got to stay here and die. The Most High say the woman flew into the wilderness. How did she fly there? By transportation of airplanes and boats. That's the only way you can get to that land over there. So don't lie to my brothers and sisters, because I'm going to come right behind you and teach them what thus said the Lord. And he did not tell you to stay here and die, family. Don't listen to people lie to you. Nope. He didn't tell you that. He tell you to flee. When you see the abomination of desolation, did it not say that? Flee to the mountain? Flee. You got to get up out of here. Let's go to Revelation chapter 7. Because now we got to get to the seventh seal. Because remember, the Lord say that he going to fill the places with the dead bodies, right? So at the sixth seal, it was the sign and the revealing of the Hamashiach. What about the seventh seal? Let's go to Revelation chapter 7. Because the Lord going to do something before he whoop this earth. And we got to see what it is. What is the Lord going to do before he wear this world like? Watch this. Revelation 7, verse 1 through 3. Before the Lord can do anything, he have to do this first. Revelation 7, verse 1 through 3. And it reads, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow up on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on the tree. Now, one of the sisters in here, I think her name is Zion. She made a great point. The sister Zion. Zion lady said that the Euphrates is drying up, right? And she's absolutely correct. But when I just read in Revelation 7, what did it say? That the angels are holding the 4 winds. When you read the book of Daniel chapter 7, what did the Lord call the 4 Gentile dynasties who took down Judah and Jerusalem? The 4 winds. So what are the angels holding back? The Gentile armies. Once them angels release them, now they coming through that Euphrates River. There you go. Now they coming down from the eastern block. Let me show it to you right now. Look, let me show you a map so we can get better understanding. This is what's going to happen right here. Check this out. Y'all see this map? Now, I want you to look where Russia at. Russia all the way over here to the north. This is northeast. You remember he said, I got a nation coming from the north, from the ends of the earth. That's Russia. Look at China right here. Look at Iran. They sit to the east. This the eastern bloc. Look at the Euphrates River. And look at Europe at the top. This is Western Europe. So that means that Russia, China, Iran, and all the allies with Russia gonna come through this Euphrates River. And Western Europe gonna come down to the Euphrates River. And guess where they gonna meet at? Megiddo, which is also another name for Armageddon. And they gonna fight. And then Lord gonna let them kill each other. But then when the Lord is coming, Revelation 19, on that white horse, they gonna turn their weapons on Big Brother. And he gonna destroy them. That's why he said the place is gonna be filled with the dead bodies. That's what he mean. That's what he talking about. He giving you the set time that he gonna kill from one end of the earth to the other. That's that Revelations 19, coming with all the angels, all the saints. So I'm going to leave this map up here while I read this. Revelation 7, verse 1 through 3, and it reads, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel descending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead. Hold up. Hold up. You say you sealed them in their forehead. What did you seal them with, Lord? What did you seal them with? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 16, one verse to get the precept. What did you seal them with? Let's go get it. This is Isaiah chapter 8 and one verse, verse 16. Let's see what he sealed them with. Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 16. And it reads, bind up the testimony, seal the law. Read that again, Kjudah. Seal the law. One more time, Kjudah. Seal the law among my disciples. Oh, that's what you sealed us with. Your law. You sealed us in our mind, our forehead, our mind. That's our forehead, our mind. You sealed us with your word. How you know it's the law, Kjudah? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and one verse, verse 13. And we're going back to Revelations. We're going back to Revelation chapter 7. Now, the Bible said, until we have sealed the servants of God. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 16 say, seal my servants with my law, or seal my disciples with my law. How we know it's the law? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. What is the whole duty of man? If it's not the law, we're going to let the Bible tell you it's the law. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. And it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. What is his commandments? His law. So there you go. That's what he's going to seal you with, family. His law. These are those with understanding. These are those with understanding. These are those who do know they God, who do know they big brother. These are those with understanding. Knowledge. Now let's go back to Revelation chapter 7, because before the Lord can do anything, he got to seal you. That's why I really believe the Lord is giving our people time. More people to wake up, more people to be sealed with that knowledge. I heard my brother Sham say one time, the Lord already know who he want. He already know who he gonna use. I believe that 110%. This truth is not for everybody. Yahshua say, no man can come to me except the Lord draw that man. That let me know everybody ain't going to accept this. They going to hear it, but they're not going to accept it. A lot of people hear the truth every day, but they don't live by it. A lot of people know he is real, but they can care less. Revelations chapter 7 again, this time 1 through 4. Because now we got better understanding what he sealed them with. He sealed them with the law. So before the Lord can come and invade this earth with his troops and take down this earth, he got to seal his servants because no harm going to come to them. Ezekiel chapter 9. You remember, go through the midst of the city, put a mark on the forehead of the men and women that sigh and that cry. But those who do not have the mark, go through the midst of the city, kill, utterly old, young, women, maidens, do not spare them. It's the same thing. What did he put the mark on their forehead? What was it? The law. Understanding, family. Understanding, family. Revelations chapter 7 again. And this time, verse 1 through 4, because now we got a better understanding what he sealed them with, which was the law. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1 through 4. And it reads, and after these things I saw the four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel descending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth, saying unto the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of Israel. I thought the Lord loved everybody. I thought the Lord loved everybody. Why did he only seal Israel? I keep telling y'all, everything that's for Israel don't mean everything is for the nations. Did the Lord make a way for them to know the truth? Absolutely. Can they repent? Absolutely. Can they know our God of heaven and our big brother? Absolutely. But there's some things in this Bible that's just for you, but they want it though. They want everything that belongs to you. They don't want to play their position. Your position is you are the students, we are the teachers, and a student can't teach the teachers. You can't teach me, but I can teach you. That's the protocol. Father give it to big brother give it to the angel, angel give it to Israel, we give it to the rest of the world. So all you nations, you got to know your position. You got to know your place. You don't rule over us. Christ is the root. We are the branches. You can be a part of the branches, but you are not the branches. Get that understanding. Y'all too arrogant when you come amongst us thinking you gonna control us and tell us what you ain't gonna do and what you gonna do. Who you gonna teach, who you ain't gonna teach. Now, partner, play your position. What advantage have the Jew? Much every way. Because unto them was given the oracles of God. He didn't give the oracles to you nations. He didn't give you his law. He didn't give you the understanding. He gave it to Israel. So we're gonna be bold in this word. And might even be a little cocky, because that's all we got left to boast ourselves in. It's the word. You got the world, we got the word. You got the world, we got the kingdom. You got the world, we got the glory. Knowledge. Let's go, family, to Revelation chapter 8, verse 1 through 7. Now here go the seventh seal. Now remember, the sixth seal was the revealing of the Hamashiach, right? Watch what the seventh seal about to say. Because remember, before Christ can come, what has to be blown? Let's see. This Bible cold, family. You just got to eat it. This Bible cold, I'm telling you, you just got to eat it. Now watch this. We didn't already dealt with the sixth seal. We didn't already dealt with they have to be sealed with the law. Now watch what Revelation 8 about to say. This is Revelation chapter 8, verse 1 through 7. And it reads, and when they had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. And I saw the seven angels which stood before God, and to them was given seven trumpets. Why was they given seven trumpets? Because the king is coming. Y'all remember when they took down Jericho? How many priests was it with seven trumpets? 7 priests. The Ark of the Covenant, did it go in front of the priest or did it walk behind the priest? I'm going to ask that again. When they took down Jericho and 7 priests was given 7 trumpets, did the Ark of the Covenant go before the priest or did it walk behind the priest? Behind, family. Why? Because as they blew with them trumpets, it let you know the king is in the midst. So why was 7 angels given 7 trumpets? Because now big brother about to invade this earth. So them angels got to blow with them trumpets before he come. Knowledge. Verse 2, and I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them was given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer that was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayer of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, which came up with the prayers of all the saints, ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there was voices and thundering and lightning and an earthquake. And the 7 angels, which had the 7 trumpets, prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and there was cast upon the earth, and the third part of trees was burned up, and all green grass was burnt up. You just learned something new. It's always good to learn some of your way to learning something. When I read in Revelation chapter 7, he told them don't hurt the grass or anything, right? Y'all remember? Don't hurt nothing. All of a sudden, the 7 angels started to blow. The first angel blew. Now the grass and everything is getting burnt up. Why did he wait? Because he had to seal his servants in their forehead. The Lord is never going to do anything until those who love him are sealed, are protected. Then he brings the drama. Then he brings the drama. Now watch this. Watch this, family. Now let's go and jump down to verse 12 and 13. 12 and 13. Now remember, the first angel sounded, and that followed hail mingled with blood, right? Now jump down to verse 12 and 13. Let's see what this say. Verse 12. And the 4th angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not, for a third part of it, and the night likewise. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, 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 to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. Now watch this. Here you go. Y'all ready? Go right over to Revelation chapter 9. Here go what the sister Zion lady was talking about. Now y'all remember the great Euphrates is dried up, right? It's dried up right now. Watch this. You remember the 4 angels are holding back the 4 winds, and he told them don't hurt nothing until we have sealed our power. Until we have sealed our power sealed into his servant's forehead. Now they are sealed. What the Lord about to tell his angel what to do. Revelations 9 and verse 1 through 6. And it reads, and the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven. That's Satan the devil. And I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air was darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. This is talking about military equipment. He gonna let you know as I keep reading what can cause the sun and all that to be darkened in the daytime. All those missiles, smoking, all those chemical and biological warfare, all that. It can do that in the day. I didn't seen it when they go to other nations and invade them. Everything to be darkened and you can't see nothing, smoke everywhere. And yes, that's gonna happen, family. That's gonna happen, family. Verse 1 again. Watch this. This is Revelation 9, verse 1. Watch what he about to say. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the keys on the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of a pit as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air was darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth. And unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead. Do y'all see, man? Do y'all see that your God is a merciful God? He waited till he sealed you. Then he let the drummer come. He waited till he sealed you, family. Now he finna let the drummer come. Verse 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. Now the Lord then gave you the time frame, how long it's gonna last. Around 5 months for each. When them angels were blowing with them trumpets. It's gonna last about 5 months, family. Let me read that again, because I'm not up. Verse 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. And their torments was as the torments of scorpions when they strike a man. And in those days should men seek death and should not find it, and should desire to die, and death should flee from them. So time out, Lord. Big brother. Yahshua. You confusing me again, big brother. Hold up. Let me get understanding now. Let me get understanding. You said to only hurt those who don't have the seal of Yah. You told them they can't kill them. They can only torment them. You said that men are going to seek to die and should not be able to find it. So that means in Revelation 6, when the seal was opened, the man on the white horse who trying to mimic you, he trying to mimic Revelation 19, because he was on a white horse, you coming on a white horse. So that means that red horse, that black horse, and that pale horse is the man of sin bringing that destruction. You know where to be seen, Lord. You still in heaven, just chilling. But when it got to the 6th seal, that's when you was revealed. Once you was revealed, you get to the 7th seal, 7 angels was given 7 trumpets. As they blow with the trumpet, destruction followed. When we got to the 5th angel sounded, you said that armies started to fight. And what they was doing? Tormented those who did not have the seal. They can't kill them though, they can only torment them. Whatever that torment may be. But we got to get to the great Euphrates, because the eastern bloc got to still fight the western bloc before you invade this earth of Armageddon. Jump over to verse 11 through 18. And let's see if we can find the time frame, because remember, they are blown with these trumpets because the king is about to be revealed. He already been revealed. You remember the 6th seal? You get to the 7th seal, but the Lord still did not make his descent. Do y'all get it? He's sitting in the heavens. He's sitting on the throne. Every eye should see him. Every knee should bow, but he still haven't made his descent yet. You know why he haven't made his descent yet? Because those 4 angels holding back the 4 winds did not release them yet. They got to fight each other before the Lord invade this earth. Knowledge, man. Knowledge. What you talking, Kjudah? Jump down to verse 11 and let's see if the 4 angels about to loose door 4 winds now. Let's see. Because now it's getting close to the 7th angel blowing with his trumpet. And we know after that 7th angel blow, you know what that means. Ooh-wee. Here he come. Come big brother. Verse 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon. But in the Greek tongue have his name Apollyon. And one war is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more after. And the 6th angel sounded. Listen again. And the 6th angel sounded. Because now we're getting close to the 7th trumpet. Now, you know, if you're blowing with the 6th trumpet, and you're getting close to the 7th trumpet, and big brother about to be revealed, y'all know this is about to be the great Euphrates. He about to release his army now. They about to go to war. They about to tear each other in pieces. How we know that? Listen again. One war is past, and behold, there come 2 wars more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels. Read that again, Kjudah. Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. But in Revelation 7, he said, don't let go the four winds until we have sealed thy servants. Once they were sealed, now he said, loose the four angels. Why are you about to loose them? Because now they're about to come through your Euphrates River. Verse 13, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels, which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels was loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. How many people on this earth? Like 8 billion? Like 8 billion people? So a third of that is like what? 2.6 billion people. Listen again. If it's 8 billion people on the earth, or 7 or 8 billion, and he's going to kill a third part of them, man, that's like 2.6 billion people, y'all. Have y'all seen anybody dying like that since we so close to everybody talking about we only got a few more years left? Man, y'all got to stop telling people anything. I'm telling you, man. Y'all doing yourself a disservice. You're doing the people a disservice. And you just saying anything on these panels can get you killed. Because you can't play with people's salvation. The Lord can't stand a liar. If you don't know something, it's best to keep your mouth closed until you get understanding of it. Because if you deceive one soul and cause them to stumble, that blood is on you, man. So y'all think this a game. You don't understand. It's scary stuff. Teaching people is scary. Because you cannot tell no lies. You better tell them you don't know. You better tell them, oh, give me some time to get understanding. About 6 billion people. So if a third part of them is killed, that's like 2.6 billion. Yep. There you go. About 2.6 billion. Verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen, which were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. Man, that's 200 million man army, y'all. That's a 200 million man army, y'all. 200,000 is a 200 million man army, y'all. You ain't never seen an army this big. You ain't never seen an army this big. And I ain't seen that army yet. Verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstones. And the head of the horses were at the heads of lions, and out of that mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Man, John, the Revelator, is trying to describe military equipment the best way he can. You know how a helicopter look like a scorpion. It got a tail, fire issue out his mouth, but he wasn't talking about real locusts. He's just describing this the best way he can. He looking at military equipment. He see fire and missiles coming from these helicopters, from these tanks, from these jets. That's why he said fire and of jacinth and brimstone. And that the head of the horses was at the head of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone, which issue out of their mouth. Man, that is chemical warfare. That is chemical warfare, family. Biological chemical warfare. Or germ warfare, whatever you know, biological chemical warfare. They're going to do this. They're going to do this. And the Lord is going to allow them to do it, family. That's what we need to understand. He's going to allow them to do this, family. Now let's go to Revelation chapter 16, because now we got to get to the angel pouring out the vial. Revelation 16, 12 through 16. Because remember, every time an angel blew with a trumpet, they poured out a vial. Another angel blew, he poured out a vial. All the way into the seventh trumpet to the seventh vial. So let's go to Revelation 16. And we're going to get to the sixth angel pouring out his vial. Revelation 16, 12 through 16. Out of the mouth of two or three, we let it be established. Verse 12, and it reads, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the waters thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east. Where y'all see Russia at? Northeast. Where's Russia? Northeast. Where's China? Sitting to the east. Where's Iran? Sitting to the east. Y'all got it? He said the kings of the east. That's Russia, that's China, that's Iran, and all the allies that's going to be with Russia on this eastern bloc. Verse 12 again, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon a great river Euphrates, and the waters thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. What's coming out their mouth? Wars and threats. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do this to you. No, I'm gonna use my military missiles on you. No, I'm gonna use it on you. That's the unclean spirits coming out their mouth. Rumors of wars, man, threats. I'm going to do this. You're going to do it. Yeah, just threats. Verse 14, for there are the spirit of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth, even unto the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Verse 16, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, or Megiddo. Or Megiddo. Or Megiddo. My sister Arca told me, boy, do not get on that panel saying no Megiddo. So I'm trying to say it right. Armageddon and Megadon, or Megiddo, man, whatever it is, it's like saying Armageddon. So she wrote, leave me alone, I tried. Megadon, Megiddo, whichever one it is. So now we didn't got that right. So the great river Euphrates is dried up. It's dried up right now. So once them angels release the four winds, what's going to happen? Here come Russia. Here come Western Europe. They're going to go down there to Megadon, and they're going to squabble. They're going to fight. So Kjudah, while they fighting, what is the Lord doing? Because the Lord is the mastermind. So the Lord is going to do something to cause them all to go into one place so he can do something. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. And I'm almost done. Joel chapter 3. And y'all, brother, almost done. And I'm going to read 1 through 3. Then I'm going to tell you when I'm going to skip down. This is Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3, verse 1 through 3, then I'm going to tell you when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, for behold, in those days, and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations. What? Man, this is cold. Boy, I'm telling y'all, I be getting the chills up in here. Now, didn't I just prove that he got to send his angels to gather Israel before he do anything? So he say he going to gather you. And while he's gathering you, he's going to gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Let me read that again so we know we're not tripping. Listen again. For behold, in those days, and at that time, what time? The day of the Lord. When I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lot for my people, and I've given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Now jump down to verse 9 through 14. Verse 9 through 14. And it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down. O Lord, let the heathen be wakened and come unto the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there would I sit to judge all the heathen round about. For there would I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put in your sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, for the fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitude upon multitude in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. What did he just say? The day of the Lord. So what time frame we talking about? The day of the Lord. When is he going to kill them? At the day of the Lord. When is he going to do this? At the day of the Lord. Let's get this out of the mouth of 2 or 3. We let it be established. Let's go to Revelation 14 and 14 through 20. Revelation 14 out of the mouth of 2 or 3. We let it be established. And y'all brother almost done. Revelation 14. And I'm going to read 14 through 20. Let's see if we can get this out of the mouth of 2 or 3. We let it be established. Revelations chapter 14, verse 14 through 20. And it reads, and I looked and behold a white cloud, and upon the cloud one set like the Son of Man, having in his hand a golden crown, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle of the earth, and the earth was ripe. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud voice, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast him into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out. Read that again, Kjudah. And blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridle, by the space of 1,600 furlongs, 200 mile blood. 200 miles full of blood. So now we got the time frame, because I just read in Joel, he said, thrust in thy sickle. I just read in Revelation 14, thrust in thy sickle. What day is we talking about? The day of the Lord. Who's the Lord killing? All the armies that he brought down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of decision. Let's go to Joel chapter 3 again. This time verse 14 through 16. Joel chapter 3, 14 through 16. And it reads, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened. Man, how many times we read that, y'all? The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. So while all this is going on, the Lord is going to be the strength and hope of the children of Israel, because the Lord is going to remove you out the way, so he can invade this world with his troops, and he's going to kill them. Why, Kjudah? Because you have done a number on the children of Israel, and now it's called the big payback. James Brown style. Ow! Let's go to Habakkuk. No, I'm sorry. Hold up. Let's go to Revelations 19, because now here come Big Brother. Revelations 19, because now here come Big Brother. Ooh-wee, here he come. Revelations 19. Now remember, you got 7 seals. After the 7th seal was opened, 7 trumpets. Every time the angels blew, they pulled out a vial. After that, you got the 7 bowls. After the bowls is pulled out, it is finished. But remember, once them angels loose the 4 winds, that great Euphrates, the kings of the east gonna fight against Western Europe. While they doing that and fighting one another, who invaded this world? Let's go to Revelation chapter 19. Time frame. Revelation 19. And I'm going to read verse 11 through 21. See, this is why they keep trying to make you believe that it's an alien invasion. This is why they keep trying to make everybody believe it's about to be an alien invasion. Because they know the Lord about to invade this world with his troops. Revelation 19, verse 11 through 21. And it reads, I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he do judge and make war. His eyes was as a flame of fire, and on his head was many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword. Now, if you want understanding of this, all you got to do is go to Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. It'll tell you that the word of God is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword. So the sword that came out of his mouth is the word of Yah. Verse 15, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule them with a rod of iron. And he treaded the winepress. There it go again. And he treaded the winepress. There it go again. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty God. And he had on his vest and on his thigh name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God, that ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and the flesh of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. You just learned something new again. What you just learned new? Once them angels released the four winds, they was fighting each other at first. But what you just heard them say, let me read it again. Verse 19, and I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Y'all see? They turned their weapons on the Hamashiach. First, they was fighting each other when they came through that Euphrates River at Armageddon, which is Armageddon. Once they saw Yahshua coming on that white horse with his angels, man, they turned them weapons on him. How you gonna fight something that can't die? He already told you he ain't gonna meet you as a man. How you gonna try to fight and shoot something that can't die? That let me know right there you got a reprobate mind. Anybody with common sense to put them weapons down and fall down on your knees and bow before the king. But you don't got that kind of common sense. So what you gonna do, you gonna shoot bullets and missiles, and all they gonna do is fall to the ground. They're not gonna even touch the Hamashiach. They're not gonna even touch not one angel. And he gonna destroy you. And your blood gonna gush out of your body. The vultures and beasts of the field gonna eat your flesh. And that's gonna be the end of you. You finish and you done. And you goofy. You have no common sense, Gentile nation. Y'all are goofy. You gonna fight something that can't die. That let me know you are goofy. Verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, that wrought miracles before him, which he deceived them that have received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both was cast into the lake of fire of burning with brimstones. These both was cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstones. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. But hold up, though. We got to get to two more things, and then I'm going to be done. We got to get to two more things, and then I'm going to be done. Now, y'all remember that the Bible said that the dead in Christ going to rise first because he coming with all his holy angels. But he also say he going to fight with his saints. Where did you get these saints from? I really want to know. Where did you get these saints from? We got to go find out. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 14. And I got two more scriptures after this. 1 Thessalonians chapter 14. And I got two more scriptures after this. Where did you get them saints from? Because you're already coming with your angels. But you got some saints also with you. Where did you get them from? I really want to know, big brother, where did you get them saints from? Let's see. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 through 17. And it reads, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahshua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahshua will God bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord should not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall be rise, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. There you go. That's where he got the saints from the first resurrection, family. And those of us who are alive and remain, and we be so blessed to be caught up in the air, we're gonna be caught up with the those who was in the grave. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. And the Lord coming right back down on this earth to fight. So even the saints gonna fight and the angels gonna fight. And Yahshua gonna fight. So that's where he got the saints from, the first resurrection. Let's go to Isaiah 66. And I got one more scripture after this. Isaiah 66. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 15. Isaiah 66 and verse 15 to verse 24. And it reads, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. There it go again. What time frame? The day of the Lord. The slain of the Lord shall be many, family. Verse 17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree, in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination of the mouse shall be consumed together, said the Lord. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape them of the nations to Tarshish, Poor and Lud, that draw the bow to Baal and Javin, to the isles of far off. These are Gentiles, y'all. I told y'all, we're in the time of the Gentile. We're in the time of the Gentile, fam. How we know that? Listen again. To Tarshish, Poor and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tabal and Javin, to the isles of far off. They have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory. And they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations, upon horses, in chariots, in litters, upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain of Jerusalem, said the Lord, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Lord. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, said the Lord, for as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, said the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Lord. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worms shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be up abhorrent unto all flesh. Now we have people saying there's no lake of fire. Not right now. The false prophet and the religious leader, which is a false prophet, and the beast, which is the temporal leader who's going to be over the European Union, meaning the Big Ten. And you got the false religious leader over the religious part, which is the whore of Babylon, or mystery Babylon, Vatican Church, the Pope. He's the false religious leader. And you're going to have a temporal leader who's going to be over the Big Ten. These both was cast alive into the lake of fire. They don't even have to stand in judgment. He cast them alive in a flesh and blood body. Now, whatever happened to that body once it hit that fire, I can't tell you. Because the Bible just said the worm not going to die. So what did the Lord do? Whatever he did, only he know. Because the worm's not going to die. They're not going to be consumed. Once they hit that fire, I don't know what type of body he gave them, but they're going to be abhorrent unto all flesh. And this is when the Lord is in Jerusalem, sitting on the throne. And all nations going to come and worship before him. And if you go stupid, he going to make you walk over there and say, hey, go look at them too. So if anybody want to go crazy, look, you can be in there with them. Let's go to the last place. Zechariah 14, 1 through 5. And this will be last. I pray somebody got some understanding, family. And I also want to say this to all the Israelites. If you listen to the last couple lessons I did called the 2300 days and where, how, and when, when, where, and how, well, man, however the lesson was, man, y'all got to forgive me. I forgot what I called it, but I know it was about fleeing into the wilderness. All this would be happening around this same time frame, family. The man of sin have to rule first. A temple has to be built. Jacob have to go through a terrible time. But the Lord say, I'm going to deliver you out of it. It's that simple. We will be delivered. It don't matter how much hell we go through. We are going to be delivered out of the fire. You just got to remain faithful. Some of us won't even have to go through the fire if we get to the wilderness. I'm trying to get to the wilderness. And I pray you try to get to the wilderness with your family, with your children. Do not listen to somebody tell you you don't supposed to flee nowhere. They're lying to you. They're lying to you, fam. Let's go to the last place. Zechariah. When you really get understanding of this Bible, you're going to realize you've been lied to by people that look just like you. Even within this walk, you got a lot of liars, false teachers. Don't get yourself cut off in another man's sins or another man's ignorance or another man's foolishness. Don't get cut off, family. Your salvation is precious to your soul is precious to the Most High. Don't get cut off, family. Zechariah, chapter 14, 1 through 5, then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to skip down. Zechariah, chapter 14, 1 through 5. And it reads, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people should not be cut off from the city. Then should the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, and when he fought into their battle, and his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west, and there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall be moved toward the north, and half of it toward the south, and ye shall flee. No, we're supposed to stay here and die. And ye shall flee. Kjudah, you got it wrong. We're supposed to stay right here and die. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains. What mountains? We already did a lesson on it, y'all. Mount Sinai. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal, and ye shall flee, like as ye fled before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. There go them saints, I told you. Now jump down to verse 9. Verse 9. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth in that day. There shall be one Lord, and his name one. Oh, they got me, y'all. They say it should be one Lord and his name one. Okay, Kjudah, they got you. No, they did. Christ got to rule for 1,000 years before the Father come down on the 8th day. Christ got to rule first for 1,000 years. Then the Father going to come down on the 8th day. Then Christ going to turn the kingdom over to the Father. And the Father should be all in all. And Christ himself should be subject to the Father. So you didn't get nothing. Christ got to rule first, then the Father come down with New Jerusalem. In the Father's kingdom, there would be no more flesh and blood. In Christ's kingdom, children will still be being born. Isaiah 65 says a child should die at 100 years old. So that means in order to die, you got to still be flesh and blood. Knowledge. Hey, Zion lady, I don't know. It could be. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, when that is scary, man. I don't know what type of fire this gonna be, but I'm pretty sure, my sister, the earth gonna open her mouth, and I'm pretty sure it might be lava. That might be what that lake of fire gonna consist of. Fire that can't be quenched. You can't put no, man, you can't just pour no water on no lava. There's gonna be some different type of fire that I don't want to know nothing about. That's all I can tell you. Now jump down, family, to verse 12 through 16. 12 through 16. And it reads, and this should be the plague, wherewith the Lord should smite all the people that are fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh should consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes should consume away in their holes, and their tongue should consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on his hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. And so should the plague of the horse and of the mule and of the camel and of the ass and of all the beasts that should be in these tents as this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacle. That's the lesson. Pray somebody got some understanding. I pray you understand that the man of sin have to be revealed. The temple has to be built. Once the man of sin ruled for 3.5 years, that's when you get to the sixth seal. The sixth seal is the revealing of the Hamashiach. Once you get to the seventh seal, 7 angels was given 7 trumpets. Remember, Christ's still in the heavens. He's still in the heavens. So as they blow with a trumpet, it's preparing the king to come. Every time an angel blow a trumpet, they pour out a vial. You get all the way up to the 7th angel. After that, you pour out the 7 bowls. Here come your big brother. Revelation 19. Here come your big brother. After them bowls, your big brother about to invade this world with his troops. After he take down the world, he go to the wilderness. He teach Israel for 3.5 years. A lot of our people going to die in the wilderness. Ezekiel chapter 20. You're going to die in the wilderness because you're going to get stiff-necked. You're going to be complaining. Oh, man, we don't got no food. Look at that, man. I had it good in America. I had it good wherever I was scattered at. Nice house, nice car. You're going to die. Once the Lord get through purging Israel in the wilderness, he going to bring out the 1/3. He going to put us back in our land. He going to set us up as a people. After he ruled for 1,000 years, here come the Father coming down with New Jerusalem, streets of gold, pearly gates. That's the 8th day. And it will be finished. That's it. That's the lesson, fam. That's the lesson. Pray somebody got some understanding. And do anybody have any questions? Do anybody have any questions? Now, Zion lady, let me read it to you right quick. Let me read it right quick, my sister. And thank you, Zion lady, for saying certain things. Then that way I can know what y'all have heard or what's being said, and I can go and show you in the scriptures. So they say the 3rd temple is our body, right? Okay. It says Revelation chapter 11. And I'm going to read 1 and 2. And this is going to prove, my sister, that it is going to be a temple that they are going to trot underfoot for 42 months. And 42 months is equivalent to 3.5 years. Or we can just say a time, and a dividing of time. Or we can just say 1,260 days. It's the same thing as 42 months, 3.5 years. Okay, here we go. Revelation chapter 11, verse 1 through 2. And thank you, my beloved sister Weezy, for putting the scriptures in the chat. August Dreams, all the work that my sister do. And anybody else who was in the chat, man, thank y'all for helping y'all brother out. I really appreciate it. Revelations 11, 1 and 2, and it reads, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court, which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city should they tread underfoot 42 months. So the Bible say he was given a reed, the angel. He measured the temple of God, but then God say, don't measure the court, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and they're going to tread it underfoot for 42 months. What? They're going to tread what underfoot? Let's go to Matthew 24 and verse 15. Matthew 24 and verse 15. And I'm going to get one more scripture, and then I'm going to get up out of y'all hair. Matthew 24 and verse 15. And it reads, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso read it, let him understand. So let me go back to Daniel. Because the abomination of desolation is the same thing I just read in Revelations 11. It's the temple that they're going to build, and the Gentiles, they're going to tread it underfoot for 42 months. But it's also called abomination of desolation. So let's see. Let me go to Daniel's chapter 11. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 31, my sister. Daniel's chapter 11. Now, this what I'm about to read, Zion, later, is when the man of sin, which is also the false religious leader, who we know as Papa. I call him Papa. Everybody know him as the Pope. He's the one that's going to defile the abomination of desolation. That's why they bow down and kiss his ring. When you get a chance, Zion, lady, go look up something called the Vicar of Christ. And it's going to let you know who the Pope is. Or you can go look up Vascaris Fili Da. And it's going to tell you that the Pope is the substitute for the Son of God, or God himself on earth. So then you will understand why they bow down to the Pope. People even confess their sins to the Pope. And the Pope tell them, your sins are pardoned, my child. This man ain't got the capacity to pardon sins. He also man. But he think he God. He think he the Son of God. Okay, this is Daniel chapter 11 and verse 31. And let's see if I can find that abomination again. An arm shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that make it desolate. There you go, my sister. So they're going to build a third temple, and the Pope is going to defile the temple. I don't know which Pope is going to be, but the Pope is going to defile the temple. And it is called the abomination of desolation. And he's going to wear out the saints for a time, and a dividing of time. Let me read that right now so we can get full understanding of that also. Hold up. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. Daniel 7 and verse 25. You know what? I want to give you some context. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick it up at verse 7. Then I'm going to just tell you when I'm going to skip down to give you a better understanding in context. Okay, this is Daniel 7 and verse 7. And this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devour and break in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. This that horn you need to pay attention to, Zion lady. That little horn. Who is this little horn? Let me keep going. And there came up among them another little horn, before whom there are 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn was eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth and a mouth speaking great things. What are some of the things he speak? Blasphemy. The Lord said the 7 days of the Sabbath, he changed it to Sunday. The Lord say evening and morning make a day, he changed it to 12:01. The Lord told us not to participate in traditions of men. They got Christmas, they got Halloween, they got bunny laying eggs. The Bible tells us don't add or take away from the word. That's all the Pope do. The Catholic Church. That's where all your religion come from. All religion come from a Roman Catholic Church. That's why the Bible called her the mother of harlots, meaning she have daughters running around spreading her abomination. All your Christian preachers, all your religion come from the Catholic Church. So now we got the understanding of he had a mouth and eyes speaking great things. Now jump down to verse 21 and watch what it say. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. The Lord is going to let him prevail against the saints if you get caught up in the great tribulation. Jump down to verse 25, and it reads, and he should speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto a time 1 year, times 2 years, and a dividing of times 2.5 years. 3.5 years. There you go. Time, and a dividing of times is 3.5 years, 42 months, 3.5 years, 1,260 days, 3.5 years. So they're going to build a third temple. They looking for a red heifer. And the reason why they looking for a red heifer, because they got to purify themselves or sanctify themselves with the red heifer. It is a cleansing ritual. In order for them to do the sacrifice, they need a red heifer. And they looking for one. And they're going to get it because the word will be fulfilled. They're going to get it, family, because the word will be fulfilled. So I say big salute. I pray somebody got some understanding. I pray that the Most High word and big brother, who is the word of the Most High, continue to manifest in y'all lives, that you continue to study and seek this book, that you continue to eat this book, that you continue to let the Most High come into your mind and sup with you and big brother. You have to eat the book, family. Do not let nobody deceive you. You have to eat this book, family. I can only do my part, but you have to do your part by making sure I'm teaching right, making sure I'm coming out the scriptures. In order for you to do that, you have to eat the book, because we got a lot of liars and deceivers in this hour who can care less about your salvation. I care about people's salvation. So I'm not finna play with you. I'm not finna lie to you. It's not about money. It's not about subscribers. This is about your salvation. And you receiving your crown, because I want my crown if I be so blessed to receive one. So I say big salute, family, and many blessings.
Making my way, paving my way to Zion. Making my way, paving my way to Zion. Ooh, making up off of me. Always fighting daily battle, know you strengthen me. Cause when I call you, you pick up and make it clear to see. I've been fighting all day, so I'm kinda tired. But when you call me, just know I'ma pick up and be down to ride. Neglected, it's suspected that I lose control. What an awful wreck. And Father, I know you here listening to me. Just show me the road, yeah, make it clear to see. Which way do I go? I just wanna serve you faithfully, faithfully. I just wanna serve you faithfully. I just wanna. Oh, Lord. Paving my way to Zion. Making my way, paving my way to Zion. Making my way, paving my way to Zion. Making my way, paving my way to Zion.
I gotta show y'all 1 minute video of the great river Euphrates. So let me move this right quick so y'all can just see for yourself that the Bible is on point, family. Here it go right here. Check this out. In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams. Thank y'all for coming to the Lions Den, family. Let's get it. And your brother Kjudah wanna say shalom.
Family, they take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.